very few things in life truly matter. And I think we live so much of our lives drowning in all the things that don't matter. And we lose our life. We lose what we have come here for, what each of us has come here for. We lose our heart. We lose our desire. We lose the one purpose that we came here to carry out. And you've really got to know who you are. You've got to know who you are, and you've got to know what's important to you, because life is full of distractions. It's so easy, way easier to get distracted and get lost when you aren't grounded in your heart. You've got to know who you are. You've got to know what you've come here to be. And you've got to know your priorities. And your priorities will let you know what's important to you and will drown out everything else. Very few things in life matter. Your life itself matters. Your contribution matters. What you hope to leave here in your time matters. Who you are matters. Your integrity matters. How you are with yourself and with other people matters. And when you keep certain things in the forefront of your mind, and you live your life that way, then after all your time, then you know that you lived a life of your greatest design, of the greatest design that could have been for you or intended for you. But you've got to know who you are and what you've come here to do. And if you don't know what you've come here to do, that's okay. And if you don't fully know who you are, then that's okay. I don't know if any of us really do, but you've got to dare to feel your heart. You've got to have the courage to connect to your heart and what your heart wants, who your heart is, what's important to your heart. And you've got to live your life that way. You've got to live your life according to what's important to your heart. Because there's no other way to live, and any other way that you try to live will result in regret. And we do everything that we can every day just to avoid regret, just to minimize the amount of regret that we'll feel at the end of our life. And if there's anything that we learn in life, it's that you can never go wrong with your heart. You can never go wrong following your heart. You will never. You can always fall back on your heart. With your mind, it's different because you don't know. Your mind goes back and forth 1,000 times, infinitely. There's no answer there. There's no solution there. There's no peace there. There's just bouncing back and forth and back and forth and back and forth infinitely. You can't fall back on your mind. And you don't know if you've made the right decision just simply based on what you think, what your mind thinks. What is the true test of whether you've made the right decision is the peace in your heart, is how your heart feels. That's what lets you know over time if you've made the right decision. And so there's no other way to live life than through your heart. There's no other way. And I wish that for myself. I wish that for everyone else. Because very few things in life matter. What you think isn't one of them. How you feel at the end of the day, at the end of your life, is everything. Let that be your North Star. Let that be your greatest guidance. Because that peace that you have at the end of your life, that will let you know if you lived a life according to your best expectations of yourself, lived according to the truth that you know about yourself, lived according to what you've come here to do, you, who you've come here to be, you. Your peace will let you know if you've been everything that you could have and you've done everything that you could have. It's just your peace and just your heart. So if you live every day according to your peace and according to your heart, according to what gives your heart peace, and that involves a lot of things that you might not want to do, a lot of things that you might not want to say, a lot of sacrifices in your priorities. But ultimately, if that's what gives your heart peace, if focusing on a few things and drowning out everything else, knowing that everything else doesn't matter, if just focusing on your heart and what it wants, even if it's not what your mind wants, even if you're not sure if it's what you're supposed to do, if you truly connect to your heart, I believe that it has all of the answers. And I believe that the more we listen to it, the less regret that we'll have at the end of our lives. And that would be a well-lived life if we had no regret at that time. I think that would be a really well-lived life. And I know for myself, I just want to focus on what's important and what truly matters. Because very few things do, and most things don't. And if I dedicate my life to what matters to me, what truly matters, then I can do more of what truly matters. And I'd waste less of my time on what doesn't matter, or doesn't matter as much. It can't matter. If it doesn't matter as much, it doesn't matter, right? So I'm just here to live what matters to me. And may my life be an example of what matters to me. May your life be an example of what matters to you, and nothing else.